My golden child brother stole and wrecked my truck, and my parents blamed me, so I got him arrested, and now they're begging me to save him. My brother William has always been the favorite. When we were kids, he broke my Nintendo, and somehow I got grounded for not putting it away safely. When he failed math, it was because I didn't help him study enough. When he stole $20 from my birthday money, my parents said I shouldn't have left it where he could see it. The pattern never changed. William would mess up, and somehow it became my responsibility to fix it or prevent it from happening again. Last month, I finally saved enough from my restaurant job to buy a used pickup truck. I'd been working doubles every weekend for 8 months, skipping hanging out with friends, eating ramen for dinner most nights. Nothing fancy, a 2009 Ford with 150k miles and a few rust spots, but it was mine. The first thing that was actually legally, completely mine. William immediately started asking to borrow it. Come on, bro, just for one night. I need to pick up this girl I'm talking to. I always said no because he'd already crashed 2 of Dad's cars and somehow never faced any real consequences. Dad just kept buying him new ones while lecturing me about responsibility. The begging turned into guilt trips. You're being selfish became a daily phrase from my parents. Family, shares with family, but I held firm. That truck represented 8 months of sacrifice, and I wasn't about to watch William destroy it like everything else. Friday night, I went to see a movie with my coworker, Megan. We'd been planning it for weeks. First time I'd spent money on entertainment in months. When I came out of the theater around 11 p.m., my truck was gone from the parking lot. I immediately knew it was William. I called him, straight to voicemail. Called my parents. They claimed they had no idea where he was and suggested maybe I'd parked somewhere else. Right, because I'd forget where I parked the truck I'd saved 8 months to buy. I spent 2 hours walking around nearby streets, thinking maybe he'd just moved it as some stupid prank. Megan offered to drive me home, but I was too angry to think straight. Around 2 a.m., I got a call from Mercy General Hospital. We have a William Walker here who was in an accident. He listed you as an emergency contact. My heart dropped. Despite everything, he was still my brother. I rushed to the hospital expecting the worst. William was sitting up in bed with a few cuts and bruises, flirting with a nurse and acting like nothing happened. Oh, hey, bro, funny story? That's when the doctor told me what really happened. William had been drag racing on Creek Road, the winding back road where 3 kids died last year doing the exact same thing. He'd wrapped my truck around an oak tree going at least 60 miles per hour. My truck was completely totaled. 8 months of work gone. But here's the part that broke me. My parents rushed into the hospital room and immediately started yelling at me. Why didn't you just let him borrow your car properly? This never would have happened if you weren't being so selfish. This is your fault for forcing him to take it. My mom was actually crying, not because William could have died, but because now they'd have to deal with insurance and police reports. You know how this looks for our family? I stood there in that sterile hospital room, looking at my brother who'd stolen and destroyed the one thing I'd worked for, listening to my parents blame me for his choices, and something just snapped. I was done. Done with the excuses, done with being the scapegoat, done with William getting away with everything while I paid the price. I walked straight out of the hospital, drove Megan's car to the police station, and filed a theft report. The officer was surprisingly understanding. Family or not, taking someone's vehicle without permission is grand theft auto, especially when there's this much damage involved. William got arrested the next morning while eating breakfast at my parents' house. Mom called me sobbing as the police led him away in handcuffs in front of all the neighbors. How could you do this to your own brother? Now my phone won't stop buzzing. Texts from extended family calling me heartless. Voicemails from my parents begging me to drop the charges. You're ruining his future over a stupid truck. But you know what? Some people only learn when they face real consequences. And after 23 years of cleaning up William's messes, it's time he learned that actions have consequences, even for golden children.